Eagle Morning Show with Good Time Charlie, and joining me on the phone right now is Mr. Paul Shaffer, Letterman's band director. How you doing, Paul?
Well, there's a fragrance that's here today, and they call it Charlie. Does that answer your question? I'm gassed to be here. I love it. Fantastic.
Rock on, man. So I got to say, a big part of my morning is listening to your Day in Rock updates. I mean, it's like 60 seconds, but it's a hard-hitting minute. You know what I'm saying? It's so much fun.
Thank you. It is jam-packed, and it is actual rock and roll facts. You know, this has been done before by other people, but never this way, because we take a comedic slant to it, and we do it so we're sort of like you and Jon Stewart. We give you the fake news, but our facts are real. We just we try to end with a joke and have fun in the morning.
Yeah, like Sid Caesar said, a little curlicue at the end, you know?
A little curlicue at the end. Who said that?
Sid Caesar, actually. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, Sid Caesar's one of my favorites, too.
Now, I saw this interview, I think it was with Dennis Miller. He was talking about how David Spade hated to go out to parties and interact with the celebrities when he would do his Celebrity Minute thing. He would make fun of celebrities. Did you ever come across any mad musicians for taking a little dig at him with a Day in Rock?
No, that's never happened. Some people do say, you know, if you're a satirist, you can't really be friends with celebrities at the same time because you are going to be mocking them. We do it. I think that people understand that in order to do really parody these people or comment on them, you really got to be into them and love and respect them, like we really do. Bottom line, we kid the people that we really do have a lot of respect for, and they got to understand that. I think
because everybody loves a good roast, you know, and they love being part of it to an extent. I guess.
You gotta, you know. You can't just slam, you know, people take this whole roast thing a little bit too far, I think, now, because the bottom line of the roast is we love this person. We can say anything about
exactly, yeah.
I don't know if that's true about me and, the guy from Styx, but it is, and he knows it.
Rock on. Hey, you ever come across any celebrities who have just incredible musical chops that have surprised you over the years?
Bernie Williams. The ball player.
Oh, really?
From the Yankees.
What does he play?
He is a terrific guitar player.
No kidding.
His style is, maybe smooth jazz, a little bit smooth jazz.
Oh, nice.
But he's a hell of a player. There's one guy that comes to mind.
Yeah, the one that I came across on YouTube just out of the blue was Steven Seagal. I was like, wow, he's a great blues guitarist, you know, and B.B. King swears
Never had
by
the
him.
pleasure, you know. I have that to look forward to, the whole jabbing with Steven Seagal. Can you imagine?
Right, exactly. Yeah, just don't get him angry. You're in the world of acting as well, of course, in Spinal Tap. And recently, How I Met Your Mother. How do those acting gigs come about? Do people ask you, like Rob Reiner, say, hey, I got this movie. Do you want to be in it? Or how does that happen?
Yes, basically, Rob... I knew the other three guys, the guys who became the band.
Oh, Shearer, McKeon,
and Chris Guest. Yeah, I was friendly with those guys. And Harry Shearer said, Paul does a thing that could be perfect for the Trouble Man. And it was just as simple as that.
Oh, nice. Yeah, the episode of How I Met Your Mother was incredible, too. P.S. I Love You, you know, where Robin...
Well, that, first of all, the two guys who created How I Met Your Mother, Carter and Craig, were writers on Letterman.
Oh, were they?
So we used to do stuff together. They were musical guys. We would do musical bits together. I and those two writers. And then they went off and had this tremendously successful season. 9 seasons, I think, of that show. And they've had throughout the seasons, kind of a running Canadian thing, Canadian joke. One of the characters apparently is Canadian. She's like the Alanis Morissette of the show, you know. And,
right, Robin Scherbatsky.
It all leads to a Canadian setup and a Canadian running gag that I turned out to be the payoff of on that thing, and they thought of me because they knew me.
Oh, yeah.
So it's really who you know in this business. I think Simon Cowell is right. Talent has nothing. No, I'm just kidding. Talent has everything to do with it.
I was going to say, because I do stand-up comedy, and networking is a very huge thing. I mean, it's exactly who you know.
Yes, it is. I mean, it turns out you got to have connections. People have got to think of you for things. That's show business, but you got to be able to deliver.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Once you get a gig from knowing somebody, then you got to be able to deliver when the time is right. So you got to be ready, if I may say.
You guys been around since for a long time. You've been Letterman's partner for 32 years. And speaking of, I only have one question about Dave Letterman. What are you going to do next year after the show switches over to Colbert?
Yeah, that's a good. Well, I think having done 33 years with Letterman, I can take a little nap, take a little, slide down with a soft pillow. I think, but a hard mattress.
There you go.
And then when I get up, I'll see what happens. I want to play the piano a little bit more. To find something as much fun as Letterman, that's really the truth. But I'm going to be out there. I can't stop.
Yeah. So, being a DJ for the past 23 years on radio, who are some of your favorite radio DJs? I know they're sort of despised, sort of like prop comics in the biz. But who have you come across that you've admired?
DJs?
Yeah, radio DJs. Anybody that
radio DJs?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be going back, of course, because I'm such an old cat. But Dick Biondi in the early '60s on WLS AM in Chicago.
Nice.
One of the early screaming DJs, very influential to me.
Oh, cool.
Still working, I think, on an oldie station in Chicago.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And we were able to, up in Thunder Bay, we were able to get, after dark, American radio stations, like WLS 89, big 50,000 watts, kept blasting over the Great Lakes and up to Thunder Bay.
Into Canada, they're
So
nice.
I heard all the jocks on WLS, and I thought I was so cool tuning into Chicago, to hear the number one song in Chicagoland.
Oh, nice.
That was big to me. And the late, in my own hometown, we had a guy named Dick Wilson.
Oh, wow, cool.
Fabulous. And he promoted the concerts, too, that I would play at in my own band.
Oh, nice.
We would play every Saturday night at the hockey arena. So there you have it.
Yeah, because I like how radio DJs are portrayed in like TV shows and movies. They're sort of just goofy and aloof, and over the top. And Harry Shearer, actually, I like his interpretation in Wayne's World 2, where he was a guy just wasn't listening to anybody, Harry
Shearer is a DJ, as you know.
Mm-hmm. He's got a great
voice.
voice.
He does a show every Sunday morning, a satirical radio show. And he's very particular in a movie about how the DJ is played.
Right, exactly.
As he was in Spinal Tap. So he was so particular, I think, that scene, most of the radio scene, didn't end up in the movie. You can see it at an outtake on the DVD.
Oh, gotcha.
But my whole point, my whole raison d'etre in the movie was the promo man to try to get that band, Spinal Tap, into the radio studio for an early morning interview. So once you cut the early morning interview, as Harry did, you almost cut my whole part out, but it's back in the DVD.
Oh, cool. I'll check that out then. Yeah, 'cause I saw it on VHS many years ago. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Paul, for calling us up. And once again, appreciate your day in rock, and thanks for making us laugh in the mornings, and we'll talk to you sometime soon.
Oh, I love it. Thank you guys for carrying the show, and I'm looking forward to talking to you the next time.